this. I enjoy the history of local places, and this is probably the centre of the sort of interesting history from around here, and the church and stuff like that.
I was hoping to get a lot of new experience because when I'm going for university, I want a CV that looks good, and I'm quite interested in this sort of area, sort of history, and sort of beautiful places and stuff. So I thought this mentoring trip, this mentoring sort of thing, would be really good for getting new experiences, and then I can go to somebody at university and go, wow, look at this, I'm a mentor.
I'm Chad Moody, and the reason I'm here is because I get 2 days off school and also to build teamwork abilities and just to get a qualification that will look good on my CV.
My name's Alice, and I'm here because I was asked to, and I decided to come along and see what it was like.
I think that you could gain a lot from doing these things. They help on your CV, they say, but also it just gives you a more understanding of the place and what it's like to do these things. It's sort of curiosity.
My name is Miles Hutton, I come from Wales, and I'm here today because I'm interested in the Bishop's Palace. It's a nice thing to have on my CV. I'd be interested in showing people around, and it's 2 days off school.
I'd like to ask you what you liked and disliked about this morning's session. It's a bit of evaluation that can help us move forward. Anybody? We'll start with likes first. Miles.
I like the guy who did the dance.
The guy who did the dance. Yes, I enjoyed that too. Chad.
I disagree, I dislike the dancing Miles.
Well, we've got two opinions clashing here. Can you tell me why you dislike the dancing, Miles?
Surely because I don't really enjoy dancing that much, and Miles was not particularly gifted.
I'm quite interested in using the skills I gained from today in different areas. I wouldn't mind coming back here during summer or something and maybe getting a little summer job or something or volunteering again, because I think it's good to use the sort of skills that you pick up.
This is the first volunteering of this type that I've done. I mean, I've volunteered for school things, but this is the first thing kind of outside of school that I've volunteered for.
Yes, I'd say this is my first real voluntary work, yes.
Well, there's this qualification that's being offered that I'd quite like to gain from today, but I'd also like a sort of more of an understanding of the place, the history of it, the bishops, looking in the grounds. I did sort of hope that we might be able to see some things that the public aren't allowed to see, but I think that's unlikely.
We do some volunteer work with the Blue School Council and stuff, but I don't like that stuff so much. This is the first proper outside school that I've done.
I'm Margot Sampson, and I've been stewarding at the Bishop's Palace, I hardly dare say it, but since Bishop Henderson's time, and I'm delighted to think that we're going to be able to engage young people, young stewards, in being interested in and being involved in communicating about what they have in Wales, which is a very, very special place.
I've gone very well with the stewards here. They're all very nice people. They know loads about the palace and the bishops, and they're very nice people in general, really.
Oh, they're great. They're knowledgeable. The volunteers are a fantastic bunch of people.
They're very enthusiastic. They're very bright. So I'm not too sure how they were selected, but they really are a good group, and I'm sure they're going to be very, very valuable.
If they had a night out on the town and came back slightly late, they would be forced to sleep in... over here. This room, which wasn't exactly a very pleasant experience.
Just like to direct you towards the windows, which are very large for a chapel of this type. And unfortunately, in the early 19th century, the East End window was boarded up, and Bishop Law thought this was a big disappointment. So he went to France and found lots of glass, which is from ransacked churches during the Revolution.
And this is the Knowle Gallery. Feel free to look around, sit on chairs and stuff. Some interesting stuff about the Knowle Gallery. Most of the wood is actually papier-mâché, which is dressed up as wood. And the wallpaper in the room are actually Victorian.
This is the abbot's chair, and it was made rather unsurprisingly for the abbot. And it's quite an extraordinary piece of the woodturner's art, because you can see that all of these are loose. They're free to move, and they can't get over either end, which means they actually must have been turned in situ with the chair.
Carey became Archbishop very early on. That painting was painted after he became Archbishop in Canterbury.
Okay.
So, because he was here for such a little time, he was only here for 3 years. So.
I've been stewarding in the Bishop's Palace, in the chapel and the drawing room. It's been a good experience, I think, and the guests seem to have enjoyed my stewarding.
I'm Alice, and I've been showing people around the Bishop's Palace as the young guide.
Well, today I've been trying out stewarding. I've had different groups along, and I've just tried to show them around the room too, and tell them about it.
I think bringing the younger generation into a stately home, if a stately home want to do this, kind of gives a different perspective to the people who are being taken around by the tour guides or the stewards, to sort of, you know, see how the younger generation is benefiting from it.
Yes, the visitors all seemed to respect me, and one said that she thought I specifically was a very good guide, so that was very nice to hear.
It definitely got easier as you went on, because it was basically just repeating the same stuff you'd learned.
So often these old buildings get all stuffy and dusty because there's no youth sort of injected into the project, but with this Bishop's Palace, it's worked really well, and I think it's going to help the palace in the future.
At first I was a bit nervous, but as it progressed I got more confident, and although there were one or two awkward questions, it went really well.
My name's Anne Shipperbotham, and I'm a very new steward at the Bishop's Palace.
When the people come around and they're actually very interested in what I have to say, and they ask me those questions but I know the answers, it's very rewarding because I know what to say to them.
Members of the public actually, especially with Richie, I know, have congratulated him on doing very well and have asked, is he a professional steward? So that's been very good.
I'd recommend doing this, wherever it is. I'm sure all the stewards are lovely, and it's a very rewarding experience.